Email marketing is one of the most effective marketing things that we can do because it's 100% based on permission. In order to be an incredible agent, you got to think about how you got to build great relationships with people. And we get to meet with so many people, from open for inspections to private buyer appointments to attending auctions. And then think about all the email inquiries that we receive when we've got our properties online. Every single time that we ask for or that we're given an email address, it's an opportunity to start to build a relationship. Relationships are actually built on relevance. And if you're relevant to the consumer, that will actually determine the frequency of which you communicate. And then all you need to do is to make sure that you're incredibly consistent. One of the best things about email is it allows us to really tailor that content specifically to that particular consumer. Buyers, for example, might receive buyer alerts on new properties to market and even properties that have just been sold. And then we're in a position that we can send them an overview about what's happening in that entire marketplace at any point in time. The benefit now that we've actually got is that we can tailor that content specifically to what's required for that particular consumer. So you might choose, for example, to set something up like Landlords First, where you send buyer alerts directly to landlords that can actually suit them to buy another investment property, versus maybe sending some just listed and just sold type data specifically to those people that you know that are buyer sellers in your marketplace. The skill here is to understand that it all begins with us actually making sure that we define a really good quality customer journey. Who's going to get what are they going to receive, how often are they going to get that, and what sort of value is that going to really provide them in the real world. What we know with email-based marketing is that because it's permission-based, it's one of the most effective forms of marketing. It has an incredibly high open rate compared to social. And the most important part, you're not competing with any of your competitors. No one's buying your audience. You've actually got a very specific group of people that are looking for that very specific message from you. We've been big in email marketing when we first started our training company. We first started with one person receiving that daily email every single business day. And now over 10,000 people receive it in 4 different countries. What that does is builds an incredible level of momentum around what we actually do to be consistent in the way that we go to work with our consumers. So every single time that you work with a customer, don't forget to get that email address. Most importantly, don't forget to get that permission to be able to build that relationship and add them to the specific list so they can receive content that relates to them and their situation.